So they do have lists. Going to put your name down on a list. You're going to be blacklisted. Yeah, we knew this was a thing. Fascinating to get it revealed to us, I guess. And what the barrier of entry is. I mean, Paramount said to have a list of actors it will not work with due to them being xenophobic and homophobic. What does that even mean in 2025? Like, I know definitionally what it means. Like, I get that. But what does that mean in 2025 when everyone's an overly sensitive crybaby? Do you know what I mean? Like, you could be like, I'm surrounded by a bunch of sissies. And you could be claimed to be homophobic based on that, I'm sure. Right? That's how pathetic we are. Not we, but culturally, societally. So, yeah, I just saw this and I thought, well, worth taking a look at. Because, again, this isn't groundbreaking. We know they have lists. We know they have blacklists. But this is more interesting in terms of a peek behind the curtain, as it were. So, yeah, hit subscribe if you enjoy videos like this and want to stay up to date on videos like this, I guess. Be really good if, help the channel out if you like some of this content. So, especially if you're a returning viewer that's not yet subscribed. So, the original source of this was Variety. So, not like, a crap source. Variety's alright. Pretty good. And they would also be... They'd be incentivized for this to be as left-leaning as possible, I'm sure. Because that's what they are, right? Like mainstream media is left-wing. But as it says, Paramount has been in the headlines over the past few weeks due to its heavy push to acquire Warner Brothers. Now, Paramount is, of course, owned by Skydance. They had a merger recently. And Discovery, as well as its ambitious expansion plans following its merger with Skydance. From this, a lot of reported information has come out about the company. A recent report from Variety detailed Paramount CEO David Ellison's first 100 days at the company has provided considerable insights into the company's culture. Now, this is David Ellison's culture. So the culture that he's breeding, I guess. So a particularly noteworthy piece of information from the article is the claim that Paramount keeps a list of actors it will not work with due to considering them homophobic, overtly anti-Semitic, and xenophobic. I mean, alright. However, wait. Shortly after the article was published, Variety provided an update on it stating that other sources have denied such a list exists. And that instead, the studio simply doesn't wish to work with actors who don't reflect the company's values. Well, what does that mean? Or what does that actually mean? I mean, I understand businesses not wanting to associate with people that don't purport, that publicly could admonish their business via association, right? I don't know, could say something which would put them into disrepute. I get that. Like, I do actually understand that. But, I mean, this is Hollywood. Like, what are your values? Again, the homophobic one, we live in such a cotton wool bud society. What does that mean? Like, honestly, what does that actually mean? In today's day and age, what the hell could that, like... Oh, a bunch of sissies. Wah! You hate gays or something like that. Who knows? Xenophobic. I mean, what does that mean? Hi, I'd like to control my borders, please. Xenophobe. No, that's not xenophobic. It's an extreme position to be contrary to that. That's the extreme position. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. They're a retard. I'll just say, like, overtly anti-Semitic. Like, what does that mean in this day and age? What does that mean in this day and age? When everything and everyone is anti-Semitic. Like, who knows? I don't know. We live in such a weird society. I'd love this to be, like, actually spelled out properly. But this is clearly just on a whim. So they do have lists. It's very, very funny. So there was this statement. Other sources intimately familiar with Paramount said that while an itemized list does not exist, the management team shares a set of values and has no desire to work with anyone who expresses hate in public and damaging ways. What does that mean? Weird, nebulous terms. What does hate mean? What does that mean in this day and age? Again, expresses hate. Hate is subjective. Same as offence. You can only take offence. You can't give offence. So whether or not there is one, the potential existence of a list prompted speculation regarding a significant development in the entertainment industry. In September, it was revealed that a number of creatives had signed a pledge by the Film Workers for Palestine organisation not to work with Israeli film institutions that, as the pledge stated, are implicated in genocide and apartheid against the Palestinian people. Mental. Mental that people care that much about this place. I'm so sick of hearing it. I know. I'm going to ruffle a few feathers here. I don't care. I'm in England. I've got way too many things to care about in England than bloody Palestine and Israel. I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, so many significant figures in Hollywood signed the boycott, including Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, Joaquin Phoenix, Ebon Moss-Bachrach, Ellen Page, Rooney Mara, Guy Pearce. Part of the pledge read, as filmmakers, actors, film industry workers and institutions, we recognise the power of cinema to shape perceptions. Yeah, we all think you're retards. Overly woke left-wing losers that just slop down a message every day. And also are narcissistic douche canoes. But alright. In this urgent moment of crisis, where many of our governments are enabling the carnage in Gaza, we must do everything we can to address complicity in that unrelenting horror. Pretty certain your president just managed to secure peace, I think. I literally don't pay attention to it. I've got way too much other crap to deal with. Like, the UK is quite literally about to have an economic collapse. Because we effectively put an HR lady in charge of our finances, our economy. Well done, Keir Starmer. Well done. So when the pledge was revealed, Paramount released a statement condemning it. It says, we do not agree with recent efforts to boycott Israeli filmmakers. Silencing individual creative artists based on their nationality does not promote better understanding or advance the cause of peace. We need more engagement and communication, not less. I mean, don't really care. This led to speculation about whether or not Paramount's list included actors who joined the boycott, probably. However, Variety is unclear on if the creatives who signed are part of the actors the company do not wish to work with. Paramount has not been the only major company that's spoken out about the pledge. Warner Brothers Discovery did it as well. They said Warner Brothers Discovery is committed to fostering an inclusive and respectful environment for its employees. Well, if you don't allow infinity Muslims, then it's not very inclusive, apparently. Collaborators and other stakeholders, our policies prohibit discrimination of any kind, including discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, or ancestry. We believe a boycott of Israeli film institutions violates our policies, and whilst we respect the rights of individuals and groups to express their views and advocate for causes, we will continue to align our business practices with the requirements of our policies and the law. So there you go. They do have lists, apparently. But I will say this, like, my God, can actors just not get involved in this shit? That'd be wicked. Can movie studios just not get involved in this? That'd be wicked. Pretty certain America has enough issues to deal with at the moment. Pretty sure the UK has enough issues to deal with at the moment. Anyway, they do have lists, and the barrier of entry is probably not very high.